Okay, writers, we are now ready to write a conclusion paragraph for our argument essay. Are you ready? Let's do it. So the question to ask is, how do you end your essay in a way that leaves your reader thinking? You want them to ponder and hopefully agree with you at the end of your essay. So here's our goals for the conclusion. Number 1, we're going to restate our thesis or claim in a different way using strong words. Number 2, ask yourself what positive changes would happen when this change is made. And lastly, make a call to action. What do you want your reader to do with all this information you've given them? Let's go. So here's the argument that we've been working on. People shouldn't fish off of Manhattan Beach Pier. Reason 1, there's pollutants in the water that taint the fish. Reason 2, it hooks pelicans and other sea life, even humans. And 3, sharks are attracted to fishing spots. All right, so we don't want to be repetitive, so we need to restate these in a different way. So let's move on. Number 1, restate your thesis or your claim in a different way using strong words. So here's our first try. Fishing shouldn't be allowed on the Manhattan Beach Pier. It's clear, but I don't think it's very strong. Let's try it again. There is absolutely no reason that people should be allowed to fish off of Manhattan Beach Pier. Now that's strong, it's clear. Let's just give it one more try anyway. Under no circumstances should fishermen be permitted to cast their lines off of Manhattan Beach Pier. I think we found a winner. So now we have our first sentence. Moving on to step 2. Ask yourself what positive changes would happen when this change is made. What good things could come out of this? So we ask ourselves, if people didn't fish off the pier, now here was our first point. The fish that are caught might be tainted by pollutants. But what if people didn't fish off the pier? How would that affect that point? No one would get food poisoning from eating tainted fish, or at least fish caught from the pier. All right, so we've got that one. If people didn't fish off the pier, our second point was the fishing hooks might also catch pelicans or even people. So what good things could come out of that if we didn't fish off the pier? Pelicans and passersby wouldn't get injured by sharp fishing hooks. All right, so that's a good thing. And we have one more point. If people didn't fish off of the pier, our third point was the bait used to catch fish might also attract sharks. So what if people didn't fish off the pier? Less sharks would be swimming near the pier where surfers are. All right. Now let's put it all together. I'm just going to take those 3 points and separate them by commas. That way it's all in one sentence and it has it all together. All right, we've got that. Let's move on. So now it's time to make a call to action. What do you want the reader to do with all that information you've given them? This is what we want. Ban pier fishing at Manhattan Beach Pier to keep it safe for every living thing. Well, that's great, but let's push our thinking just a bit more and ask ourselves, why? Sometimes this sentence is a little tough to write, but I'm going to ask you to push yourself just a little bit more. Why do we want them to do it? If this happens, the pelicans, people, and surfers will have less reason to worry as they enjoy the cool waters of the Pacific coast. Great. Now, let's put it all together. Under no circumstance should fishermen be permitted to cast their lines off of Manhattan Beach Pier. If people didn't fish off the pier, no one would get food poisoning from eating tainted fish, pelicans and passersby wouldn't get injured by sharp fishing hooks, and less sharks would be swimming near the pier where surfers are. Keep piers safe for everyone and ban fishing off of it. If this happens, the pelicans, people, and surfers will have less reason to worry as they enjoy the cool waters of the Pacific coast. Great, we put it all together, and now I want you to remember our goals. Goal 1, restate your thesis in a different way using strong words. Clearly you can see it might take several tries, and it should take several tries. You pick the best one. 2, ask yourself what positive changes would happen when this change is made. And lastly, make a call to action. What do you want your reader to do? There it is. You've got your plan. Now you just have to go do it. Good luck.